What up, YouTubers? Well, this one was a long time coming. Started to feel like I was never gonna get this statue. I'll spare you the details, but basically the post office lost it, and I had to buy another one. So here we are. So it's Jubilee, and I'm excited about this one. This is one of the statues I was pretty pumped for once I seen the art, because I think Shunya really knocked it out of the park. I don't think you I don't think there could have been a much better version of Jubilee drawn for this statue to be based on. I like everything about it. The glasses notwithstanding, I guess, but they remedied that with an extra set to give you. But I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with that illustration, especially. So here's the box. Pretty straightforward stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Go ahead and read that if you want. She-Hulk. Can't wait for her. That's going to be a favorite of mine, I think. One of the best they've shown in a while for me. Not that they've been bad, but I think She-Hulk's exceptional. Alright, so there's the box. Like I say, pretty straightforward stuff. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and open her up. Alright, so here she is. And so, like I said earlier, I really like the illustration. I think that's great. I do think that the statue, though, comes up short in a couple of ways. Mostly with paint. So if you look at the illustration, she has like a darker skin tone. That's nothing new for the Bishoujo statues. They are often illustrated with a darker tone and a little bit more tan, I guess, looking. But that's true for most colors. They just seem more saturated in the illustrations, and they end up looking in the statues a little bit more washed out. Now, under these lights and in different lighting conditions, you might be able to replicate that illustration a little bit better, because they do put in some shading here and there, and they kind of they do mix it up. But on the whole, Jubilee is much paler than she is in her illustration, and I don't know that that's necessary. But it is in keeping with the other Bishoujo statues. She does look very, very uniform with the rest of the girls. So, aside from that, we have what really kind of stands out to me are the shorts. Her shorts are very plain. They're very kind of it's a flat paint. It has, you know, the silver and the gold buckle and rivet in that. And that looks good, but there's no shading at all in the paint. As best I can tell, it looks like it's just one solid color all the way around. They did sculpt in as much detail, I think, as there should be. But when you compare these shorts to these shorts, and they're both jean shorts, and they're both in the Bishoujo line. Freddy, I guess, is a more realistic character because it's a movie character than Jubilee, so maybe that has everything to do with it. I don't know, but Freddy's shorts look like denim to me. They came out very nice. So it's got the frayed lining, or you know, the ends are frayed, and you know, Jubilee's aren't, but still, you have stitching that's a different color in here, and all in all, just a lot more detail in the jeans. So to go from that to Jubilee here, I don't know, they feel lacking. So I think they could have done a better job there, but that's about it, though. The rest of it looks pretty much on par. The jacket is a glossy yellow, and so that's kind of looks like her. I don't know. She kind of had like a slicker, I guess, that yellow jacket that she had. So that came out fine. But same is true here. There's no variation in the paint. It's just all the same yellow. That works out okay because of the sculpt. It kind of has a lot of texture here to kind of break up the color and create some natural shadows. So the jacket ends up looking great. The tube top, it looks like there is a little bit of a gradient in the paint. It's a little darker in the middle and in where the shadows would be underneath her left boobie there. You can kind of see there's a little darker paint in there. So the tube top came out great. I think if they paid a little bit more attention like that here on the shorts, they would be better for it. You could probably say the same for her shoes too. Now I really dig the fact that Shunya drew her in some Chuck Taylors. It's very fitting. I think it was a great choice, and they're good too. But the same kind of thing. There's a little bit of a shading going on in the shoes. They're a little bit more detailed than the shorts are. I would have liked if they could have maybe worked out a deal with Converse to put the star on there. That'd be nice. But that's, I'm sure, asking a little too much. But it would have been nice, is all I'm saying. The rest of the paint work throughout the rest of the figure is good. I like her face. I think the face is done nice. It varies a little bit from the illustration. Again, that's nothing new. But I think one of the biggest things they probably could have tackled is that her face in the illustration, she's got kind of some pink cheeks going on there. It looks like she's wearing makeup, possibly. And they didn't really follow the through on that one on the statue. There's, I don't know, I could be wrong, but looking at it closely, I don't see any paint added to her face for color, aside from the eyes and the lips. So maybe they could have added a little bit, just a hint of some pink in there to match the illustration. I still feel, and I think we'll always feel, that they should try to sculpt and paint exactly what Shunya draws. I think the closer they get, the better they are. So this one, incidentally, was sculpted by, let's see, his name's, I might mess this up, but it's Gotaro Takeuchi, and he's done all kinds of stuff. He's done several Bishoujo statues: Storm, Mystique, Elektra, Invisible Woman, Batgirl, and Catwoman, which many people feel is the best, I guess, quote unquote, Bishoujo statue. And so good pedigree as far as her sculpt goes. He's also been doing a lot of the new effects, the new 52 artifacts statues, apparently. So the sculpt's great. I think the sculpt is really probably its strongest feature. Paint just a little bit lacking. It's not bad, but could be better. But the sculpt, I think, is right on target. I think the face matches up very nicely, and the pose is just right. Legs look good. So I think he did a great job with the sculpt. And we have a couple of pairs of sunglasses here. So this part I'm a little confused about, because the illustration Shunya drew these sunglasses. I don't know where he got these. As far as I know, Jubilee's never really worn anything like that. Maybe in the newer stuff, I can't be certain. But this is, they kind of make up for it with this, because this is obviously like the more iconic Bret Hart looking sunglasses that we all know Jubilee for. And so they give them to us, which is nice. I'm glad to have them. And I'm trying to get my camera to focus better. There we go. And the thing I don't get is that why would then include these at all? I guess to give us the glasses that are in the illustration, but I feel like you could have just went with these and changed the illustration maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm glad at least we get both. That's a good move. But I would have rather stuck with these and then give us an alternate way for her to wear them. So the glasses go on her head, and if we look close here, there is a hole in her hair on either side, and a little groove for the arms of the glasses to sit in. You can see it there. Yes, I think you can see it there. Yeah. So there's no way for you to put them on her so that she's actually has them over her eyes. The way that the sculpt is made, it's not happening. I would have preferred if they could have done something with her hair so that you can make it so that she's actually putting them wearing them over her eyes. That would have been a cool alternative than just a second pair of glasses. Um, Honestly, I don't know anyone that's going to prefer these. If you prefer these over the kind of Jubilee originals, the one that should be worn with this costume, let me know if you have a reason why, other than just, you know, you like them better. I guess you can like the better all you want, but I want to know why. So, anyway, nice to have both, though. I appreciate that. Although I guess it's probably worth mentioning that they're not going to actually include these sunglasses in later runs of this figure that they I guess plan on doing. So, if this is some kind of deal breaker for you, make sure you get this first production run that is being released currently. As I'm recording this, I think she has not yet arrived in comic shops in the U.S. She's been available on Japanese retail sites for a while now, over a month. So make sure you get those and keep that in mind. Now, we're going to go ahead and do some size comparisons. So I'll be right back. All right, so here she is with everybody. Well, almost everybody. I'm missing Emma Frost and Mystique. It's not really fitting in the picture here, but I think you get the idea. I put the X-Men version Psylocke's power effect thing on Jubilee along with Jean Grey's, and that's the result. Not too bad. I don't know. I think you can probably mess with that thing and turn it around in a couple of different directions and maybe get it looking somewhat decent, but I think it's... I don't know. I feel like they could have put in some kind of little power effect, the plasmoids or whatever they're called, as an add-on. They did it in the past. You know, they gave Jean Grey one, even though she doesn't really have power energy projection abilities as far as I know. She's force fields maybe, but not like energy blasts. So kind of weird that they would give it to Jean Grey but not to Jubilee. So it also dawns on me, looking at all of these together, that they've gotten a little complacent with their bases. So, I mean, X-23's is a big letdown for me just because I like X-23. I feel like she deserves better than a patch of dirt. But that notwithstanding, you have Kitty Pryde, for instance. You can't really see it. It's just a black little square. There's nothing in it. I think the fact that Kitty Pryde wasn't phasing through something is a failure on Koto's part. But Jubilee, while we're on the subject of the base, is that it was kind of the elephant in the room, I think, for a lot of people, is that they showed the initial art that Shinya did with a duffel bag and some popcorn and a soda on the floor between Jubilee's feet. And that's not here, obviously. So there's also like a little Wolverine charm on the duffel bag. And I remember seeing that and thinking, well, that's kind of cute. I wonder how they're going to pull that off. And their answer is, we can't and won't, and we're not going to. So we didn't get any of those things, and that's disappointing. I don't know. I mean, I have to imagine that these figures are pretty popular at this point. I mean, I feel like everybody and their mother's coming out of the woodwork now to do reviews of these things. So I have to imagine they're becoming more popular, and that in turn they're selling more than they used to. I don't know why they would go in the opposite direction with their bases. I mean, you have Jean Grey. There's basically got a diorama of the Blackbird flying through missile fire. Storm's got a little Tempest swirly things. Those are something. Psylocke, I think, has the best because it's simple and effective. So what's the deal? How come we got just a little disc? It's a cool looking disc. It's iridescent and all that, but who cares? Give me that duffel bag or something. Maybe tile flooring like she's standing in a mall, or who knows. The options are myriad, and we got nothing. We got a disc that really doesn't make much sense. I guess it's somewhat reminiscent of her powers, but you could have given us some energy blasts. That would have been nice. So, I mean, those things are kind of the biggest drawbacks for me, that I would take points away from Koto if I gave points to anyone or took them away. It would be that for not including the base that was in the illustration with the duffel bag. Even that, I think that would have been easy to do. I think that would have made people happy, and they decided not to do it. And also some energy effects, so that I don't have to do something like this, something ridiculous. Would have been nice. That's all I'm saying. So all in all, I think I really like the sculpt of this thing of Jubilee. Um, I think the glasses probably could have been done a little bit better in that they could have been put into different positions. I think I would have preferred that. Um, but all in all, a great figure. I'm very happy to have it. I bought it twice because I'm impressed with it. So I'd recommend it. And right now you can still, I think, pre-order her on different websites. I could be wrong. Maybe Big Bad Toy Store, something like that. So I would recommend picking her up. If you collect Bishoujo, I think you're not going to go wrong with Jubilee. She's a little on the small side, but not bad. So I'd recommend picking her up. Just a quick cap to this video. I wanted to go over a couple of the other things. I'm sorry to say that the Spider-Woman that I was planning on doing a giveaway for, my cat knocked off a shelf and broke part of the base. The part that goes from her left foot into the base broke off. It still looks all right, but it's broken now, unfortunately. So probably gonna have to put a hold on any giveaway for the time being. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that after having to order this one twice and some of the other ones that are coming out, financially, it's not as easy to get to do these reviews on these Bishoujos as it once was. So I've been toying with the idea of putting up a donate button on the YouTube page. I wouldn't really expect anybody to donate, but anything that I could get to help pay for these things would be helpful, and I can get the reviews to you in a little bit more of a timely manner, at least the way it's been going. But I don't see what it could hurt putting it up there, so I'm going to look into doing that. And I think that's about it. So what's next? Batwoman. Batwoman from DC is next, and she should be shipping out here pretty soon. And that one looks good. I've got some things to say about that, so stay tuned for that one. And then we got a few more, and I'm not sure exactly what's going to be released next, but I'm looking forward very much so to She-Hulk. So that's kind of where my mind is at as far as Bishoujo goes. So, you know, the usual: like, rate, subscribe. I don't think we do ratings anymore. Thumbs up, you know. I think that's what liking is. So, I'm a cagey veteran of YouTube, you can tell. So thanks, and comment. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you like those other shades that I'm never going to look at again. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.